Hello and welcome. What the story say? Are you coming? Sit down, let me talk story. This month they celebrate Father's Day, and I've been thinking about Father's Day. I don't have a father anymore that's in this world, but I lived with my father a lot of years of my life, and I kind of know some things about fathers, but I wish that I had asked him many things about him as a father, because you experience a father, but I feel like you really don't know your father, know your father. I don't know his childhood story. I just heard that when he was little, well, my father's a twin. He had a sister, and she has passed too. They call him Buddy Baird and Sissy Baird. And he was the only boy for that side of the family. He had a brother, but I had their Uncle Winston. They didn't grow up in the same home, but they were close. They tell me that my father grew up with all these girls, and if he had to go fetch wood, he would sweat down, and then he would always have his tongue out on the side, like that. And I grew up seeing my father do that. When he was very engrossed in doing something, he would have this tongue stuck out. And I heard my aunts talk about that. So it gave me a little glimpse of what he was like as a boy. So all I knew that my father fetched wood and fetch water, and how he would make noise when he fetched it. So they would have to take it from him. I think they were kind of soft on him. Yeah. Those ladies, they treated him soft. Do you have any idea about who your father was as a boy? If you have your father, maybe this is an opportunity to go ask him about his boyhood. Over the years, my father experienced big tragedy, yes. And as an adult now, I wonder how he coped. Who teach men how to handle tragedy? I was on a show recently, and people were saying that men don't handle emotional things very well. Y'all tell me if that's true or not. I don't know if my father handled it well. I don't know, because I was too much in the trauma to really step out of myself to see him as a person going through that. But I remember when, after our tragedy, I lived at my grandmother's house, my siblings and I, and my father would come to see us. As an adult, I don't even know how he could even do it. I guess he must have had to force himself to do it. And he would come, and he was a very muchy father, very handsy, touch you a lot and kiss you and bite your face and that kind of thing. He was that kind of very tactile person. And as we grew, we get to not like this kissy thing that he would do. So when we got to like teenage years, he would have to back off because we'd push him away. But when we were little, it was all fun and games. You climb all over his shoulder, his head, everything. And there were 7 of us, so we were rolling and everything. And my mother used to be so upset with him because she would spread the bed, and as soon as she spread the bed with white sheets, we would jump there, and my father would jump there, and it's chaos. But so when the trauma happened and everything, he would come and see us, and he would try to do the kissy thing, but we wouldn't have anything to do with it. And I remember one time he was sitting in back of me on the stairs, and I was sitting between his legs, and other kids were sitting around, on the different stairs. And I heard like a chuckle, So I'm thinking, what's he laughing at? And when I looked around, he wasn't laughing, he was sobbing. And I remember that time my heart went out. I couldn't even comprehend my father crying. Even then, I hadn't computed everything in my head. But now, as an adult, I feel that thing, that emotional pull, because my father was a broken man. Who wouldn't be broken? You just lost your 2 kids in 1 month, and 6 months later, you lost your wife. And you have these 5 kids to feed and take care of. And he didn't see us every day because we lived with our grandmother. And he lived with his sisters at the back of the village. So it must have taken a lot from a father to do that. My father was a scream. You see, when we need school shoes, the last person you want to buy a shoe for you is your father. That is me father. Me father should never buy shoes for anybody. When you see my father come with a shoe box and he said, nice shoes, good shoes, you shrink your face. If that's what he said, we shrink with face, because we there so. He said, come, Pauline, you come here. This is your box of shoes. People basically open the shoes. It's some long mouth jutta, what we call the joke me kill me. Pinted tips. Who buy pinted tips leather shoes for their daughter for go to school? Me father. Body beads. That was criminal. Y'all agree with me? Criminal. How you gonna give me pinted tips for go to school? You don't see I laugh, then people laugh after me? So I went to play now school, so I hide my foot. Then I get on my brand new Greater socks. They call it Greater because it look like Greater. Black shoes with this pinted tips. My sister didn't had one too. They didn't cry so till bad. I want these shoes. What do you mean I want these shoes? It's good shoes, good shoes. So anytime my father come and say anything good, brace yourself. We ain't like it. So he humping it up, he pumping it up for we agree, but we not agree. But we got to wear it because we ain't got no more for wear. So when you see we finally get yachting shoes, what we call yachting shoes, like what they call it nowadays? I don't know what they call them. Those sneakers, what do they call them? Skechers, like that kind. When you see we get those, listen, we get it whitened for wiping it. Even if they get whole, we black it. We put nugget, black nugget on it, and we blacken it. We even get old battery. We put old battery and oil. You know them batteries that you use for radio and so. Then as you go to waste, we open those batteries. I don't even know why those batteries. And we will mix it with oil and scrub the shoes because we refuse my father buy shoes for me. Even the shoe get whole. Because my father bring man shoes. Yes. And then another time he bring one brown brogue, shine, high shine, with little heel. Nobody want to wear that? Because no picnic wearing that at school. That's me father. Yes. And my father was a man who was very affable and very sociable. Everybody knows my father and things like that. And he used to create, terror in us. He said, listen, you go and come. I got friends with rackets and guns. So if you go astray, I got friends with rackets and guns. And I believe the man, I believe the man. Me walking out where my father said go. One time my friends decided they're going to left school and go Golden Grove, skip school. They asked me why to skip. I knew better than that. Because all I hearing, I got friends with rackets and guns. I go on tour in Linden, Dakara Creek and all kind of thing. People see me and call me and say, you body Bates' daughter. I say, how them people this know? This man, what he say is true? He got friends in high places that gonna know me. Poor me didn't realize I look like my father. So when people see me, they must see my daddy. Because I see other children, when I go back home, I could tell who their parents are. Because I could see the resemblance. But I didn't understand that. So I walked the straight and narrow because my father said so. Work ethics. My father could have walked. He had to work for us. And he was gone a lot. Most of the roads built in Guyana, my father built. He worked on roads. And he worked at Ministry of Works and Hydraulics. And he knows road really well. And so he was gone a lot. But when he was home, Lord help you. Ooh. My father, you can't sit down. And I was a bookworm. I always get my head in a book. The man said, put down the book. Go and wash wares. Me done wash wares quick. He said, go sweep. You sweep, you move furniture. You not sweep good. Oh my goodness. I was a tired teenager. You can't sit down. Can't sit down. When I finally lived with him, my siblings and I, you can't sit down. My father got too busy. Every Sunday, you gotta make 6 pounds of buns. You gotta make 10 pounds of bread and so, flour. You got to need bread. You got to make bread. My father know to make bread good. You show you how to do it. You got to make that 10 pounds or 20 pounds of flour or wherever it is. I know much, but it's plenty because it was plenty of wheat. You got to make bread. You got to put it on your head, in the pan, kite at Sprackton Baker Shop. Yes, ma'am. And then when my father, was living with my mom at the time when I was much younger, I would see my father get on short pants. And he bend over and he butt make a V with the air and he wiping like mad. You ever see a man wipe out? My father get the cloth, he dunk it in the sauce, well, once it a water come out, he dash it so, and see you do it, and he bat in the air, and you wipe. When you see my father don't wipe out place wet, but he helping my mother, because she pregnant, she can't bend down for do nothing, and me father wiping, my father go on back step and front step. Me father didn't mind nobody know that he washing clothes and he washing fine things. Me father that chooks, washing stuff. And me father wiping back step and front step. People see he doing the woman walk. But he didn't mind at all. The man had the wine, the anti-Desmond wine, and so get the man get it inside the fridge. Me taking the man wine and cooking with the wine. One day, he said he accusing other people. One night he come out and see me with the wine. He said, "Oh, are you a cook out with this wine?" Mr. Wap, he said, "I see the wine going down. I want to know is who." Listen to me, beef and wine. That was me, father. Sometimes I wonder where the wisdom of fathers come from. And sometimes fathers have ambition for you that you don't have for yourself. My father had big ambitions for me. Things that I didn't even dream for myself, and I rebelled. Me no want to become da. What I should become in life, I said, me no want to become da. And you see these aunties and cousins of mine who blazed the trail. Oh, my father was on us. And when you say you want to become da in your career, he says, stupid talk. It's pure stupid talk. They're getting them out. And I'm thinking, does my father even know what I'm capable of? I mean, academically, because I didn't think I was capable of doing this thing that he wanted me to do. But he saw. And it means that fathers dream for their kids and they see in us what we can't see in ourselves, So I want to say Happy Father's Day to those people who are fathers. All of us have been fathered. And those who have active fathers or not even active fathers who have had and who have Happy Father's Day. Say Happy Father's Day to your people, and remember and ask questions. One day they will leave and you want to know certain things. You can't ask them again. And those who were fortunate enough to ask their fathers, what did they tell you? Ask them what life lesson was most important in their lives and hear what they have to say. Because I never asked mine. So maybe you might ask yours and share with us if you will. Oh, this one thing I must share about my father. Parents have the birds and the bees talk with their kids. My father never had it with us, at least not with me. I don't know if my sisters had it talk or whatever, but I didn't have it. So I thought for a minute about that. What did he ever say to me? He didn't say anything, but his behavior told me a lot of things. For example, I was dating this young man and he wanted to marry me. I was like 22, 23 thereabout. And the guy said, I want to come and talk to your father. So I told my father that this guy said he wanted to come and meet him and talk to him. My father said, I got to walk. Every time the guy wanted to come, my father said, I got to walk. My father not stay home. My father never stay home. So after a while, I started to get vexed. I said, this man, but this man want me to do. We're going to live home with somebody or do something stupid because I'm coming in sincerity, bringing the guy because you're not going to wander street corner. You're not going to be knocking about no place. You want your parents involved in your business. And the guy was serious enough. Well, time passed. The guy went his way. People got different interests and he went off. And it never happened. So that was that. Years later, I was looking at my nieces at 23. I say, hell no. 23? Nah. Married? No, no, no. Them come to me 23 and tell me, no, I'm married. I say, wait. So then few. To me, them not even get life experiences. Them not even know what they want with their life. They don't even get a career. All them get a them board certificate. 23. Look who. Tal. So, listen, there are some young and mature 23-year-old, but I wasn't that. I was not that. I was a traumatized, broken girl. Had no business marrying anybody, son. Nah. My father probably saw that. And he didn't tell me no. So I didn't run into it because he said no. But it's just that he didn't make himself available. Fathers out there, how do you do it? Was my father smart in doing that? Because looking back, I think he was right. I think he was so right. I wasn't ready for anything that marriage has. Why know about marriage? Why know about man? Tal. So I wouldn't advocate that for my nieces and so on. Too young. The frontal lobe's not closed yet. But it's a toss-up because if you stay too late, you don't marry and all of that stuff. You know, so I married when I felt I was ready to get married. Yeah. And then you get into marriage, you know what marriage is. So 23, not it. So that was my father. My father was the kind of man who was very friendly with other people. He was maybe open enough with us, but we were not his friends. There was definitely a father-daughter, father-son relationship. He wasn't our friend, but I guess we could talk to him about certain things. If I wanted to go to school sports, I could ask him, but I had to ask him like very early in the morning, like 5 o'clock when he's getting ready for work, because if I ask him after I tell my stepmother I'm not going, because she would say no and then he would say no. But if we ask him first, we can go. The best fried rice I ever ate was with my father. My father took us to a Chinese restaurant in town. The time we are country girls, we don't go to town. Hey, my father carried us to Georgetown. Is what a Chinese restaurant the name in Georgetown? Y'all tell me back in the day. And we had lau mein and chow mein and fried rice. Oh, my mama. To this day, I have not eaten a fried rice like that fried rice. That fried rice, I don't know. Just my father's gesture of taking us 5 in a taxi. And we got dressed up and we went out to town. Nothing beat that fried rice. It's just about a father's love, I guess. And that is one of the pivotal moments in my life, or one of the seminal moments in my life, where I remember clearly my father being relaxed and us being able to enjoy him over a social event. And what was it? It wasn't Christmas or anything. I don't think it was Christmas. My siblings, Dana and Dara, remind me. Was it Christmas? But anyway, whatever it is, I think we all have the same feeling that that fried rice can never ever be replicated because it was the best. So, do you have any memories or like strong memories that stand out of you and your father? Y'all talk the things we want to share. I come from village, and this is how a village girl experienced her father. Where did you come from and how did you experience your father? What was that like? Yeah, wow, good.